Dear brother and sister, there is no such thing as Rasulullah loved all his companions and that all his companions loved Ahlul Bayt. It's the biggest nonsense myth you will ever hear, and the biggest proof of it is that they fought and killed each other at Jamal and Siffin. If you look here, Jami' at-Tirmidhi, look over here, my dear brothers and sisters, page 386, chapter 19, the virtues of Ali bin Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, 3712, narrated that the Messenger of Allah dispatched an army and he put Ali bin Abi Talib in charge of it. He left on the expedition and he entered upon a female slave. So 4 of the companions of the Messenger of Allah scolded him. Just look at this. This is very interesting. And they made a pact saying, if we meet the Messenger of Allah, we will inform him of what Ali did, as if we believe this incident. But let's go with it, inshallah. Let's go with it so we can prove that this idea of the ultimate decency of the Sahaba is unfortunately not something that should ever be subscribed to. When the Muslims returned from the journey, they would begin with the Messenger of Allah and give him salam. Then they would go to their homes. So when the expedition arrived, they gave salam to the Prophet. And one of the 4 stood saying, O Messenger of Allah, do you see that Ali ibn Abi Talib did such a thing? The Messenger of Allah turned away from him. Then the second one stood and said as he said, and he turned away from him. Then the third stood before him and said as he said, and he turned away from him. Then the 4th stood and said as they said. The Messenger of Allah faced him, and the anger was visible on his face. He said, what do you want from Ali ibn Abi Talib? ما تريدون من علي إن عليا مني وأنا منه وهو ولي كل مؤمن من بعدي. Which word? Imam of every? No. Khalifa of every? No. Someone said, haha, that means friend. Well, firstly, if you're saying it means friend, you certainly didn't show him any friendship at Jamal and Siffin, so you didn't even follow the Prophet on that. But secondly, here, what does Rasulullah say? Look at it again. Indeed, Ali is from me, and I am from him, and he is the ally of every, come to the next page, he is the ally of every believer after me. Notice the word ally. Allah, what did I say about translations, huh? Translations is when the person who's doing the translation doesn't want to put the truth, wants to put what suits them. May you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When it said, إِنَّمَا وَلِيُّكُمُ اللَّهُ or النَّبِيُّ أَوْلَى بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ, you never said ally. You said guardian. You said authority.